Kawhi Leonard's Game 7 buzzer beater wasn't just a legendary shot, it was a ripple in time, a single bounce that echoed through the entire NBA. But what if it never went in? What if it missed? If that shot rims out, we go to overtime in Toronto. And with the momentum shift and their season on the line, Joel Embiid and Jimmy Butler dig deep and carry the Sixers past the Raptors in a hostile environment. Philly would ride that emotional high into the Eastern Conference Finals to face the Milwaukee Bucks, led by the soon-to-be MVP Giannis Antetokounmpo. But here's where the timeline splits into something wild. In this alternate reality, Jimmy Butler stays in Philadelphia. He never takes his talents to South Beach. There's no bubble run with the Heat, no Cinderella Finals appearance, and no sudden rise of Tyler Herro. Instead, the Embiid-Butler duo becomes a defensive nightmare and a championship threat in the East for years to come. Without that magical run and the shot heard around the world, the Raptors never make the NBA Finals. Kawhi Leonard, though still a superstar, exits Toronto without the historic aura that elevated him into a modern legend. He still leaves for Los Angeles, but without a championship to his name in Canada, he's no longer viewed as a franchise savior. His legacy takes a quiet hit. There's no second Finals MVP. No defining moment etched in NBA lore. Toronto, stripped of its momentum, slips back into irrelevance a full year earlier, missing the window to capitalize on their championship glow. And with no Raptors in the finals, it's Milwaukee's chance to shine. The Bucks break through and face the injury-riddled Golden State Warriors in the 2019 finals. But without Kawhi in the way, everything changes. Kevin Durant may still return from injury, but the dynamic is completely different. Maybe Golden State rallies, maybe not. But the door is wide open for them to secure a fourth championship in 5 years. The dynasty lives on, and Steph, Clay, and Draymond add another jewel to their crown. In this world, the narrative around the Warriors isn't about injuries or collapse, it's about dominance. The Sixers never implode. That one shot doesn't happen, which means the heartbreak never sets in. Brett Brown remains head coach for a longer run. Ben Simmons isn't scapegoated, at least not immediately. His stock remains high, his confidence intact, and he's not forced out of Philly under a cloud of doubt. Jimmy Butler stays, embracing his role as the team's closer and emotional leader. The process isn't viewed as a failure. Instead, it becomes validated. The Sixers become what they were always supposed to be, a team built for championships. Embiid, Simmons, and Butler might have created a new Eastern Conference dynasty, but think even bigger. Kawhi's shot created a chain reaction. It elevated his legacy and triggered a massive power shift in the West. After his playoff heroics, Kawhi had the leverage to join the Clippers, but not just that. He convinced them to trade an unprecedented amount of assets to land Paul George. No shot, no playoff miracle, no leverage. That means no Clippers super team. Shai Gilgeous-Alexander stays in LA. The Thunder never receive their war chest of picks. Oklahoma City doesn't start its rebuild when it did. It's a ripple effect that changes the league for the next 5 years. It's wild to think about. One shot, one bounce. But if it missed, everything shifts. The legacy of Kawhi Leonard, the destiny of Joel Embiid and the Sixers. The Heat's rise, the Raptors' lone title, the Warriors' dynasty, the Clippers' collapse, even Shai Gilgeous-Alexander's career path. It's just one shot. But that one shot may have rewritten the entire course of modern NBA history. What if Kawhi's shot never went in? We'll never know, but sometimes the smallest moments leave the biggest marks. And when you look at what could have been, you realize it wasn't just a game-winning shot. It was the turning point for the entire league.